The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That's what I do.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Mayfield. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Chubb on the counter. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Mayfield to throw it. Steps away to his left. And this is caught at the end. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This running game's so important for them, and they know that, and helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of the quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
He's cracked. He's checking crack. The D-8.
52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
From midfield here, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
This shit, man.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty
That's a regular.
They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing, Dalton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there's no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, D.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 37. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Hardy Nickerson there to make the tackle. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield dancing to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Browns are back in front. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from Chile, Philadelphia. The tackle made by Eric Murray. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that one?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield forced out to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First down, Mayfield. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They will run with Grant. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Mayfield, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Demetrius Harris, his second touchdown on the season, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Able to slither by. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Andy Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Go for it, so let's get the stop, fellas. Oh, shit.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Bryant's kick is good. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals and Browns, this is one of our final few NFL 100 series games. And speaking of series, the 92nd meeting between these two teams. The Bengals holding the 50-41 all-time edge. Last year, the Browns won both games, one in November, then again on December 23rd. And both of these franchises founded by Coach Paul Brown, who, of course, the Browns are named after. But then he would later go downstate to help found the Bengals in May of 1967. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Appreciate
so
that.
a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Wrong.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I was trying
So
to
first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The toss play to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Oh, he's going to go for it all.
Thank you. Oh, come on.
And incomplete. Almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one yet to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get a field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And some room to work. 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Yes, sir.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point up and through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I do now.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. Mixon will get it to start the second half. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, I-7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
2nd and 5 now. Dalton being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
Chubb fumbled it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw it back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And Dalton will just sneak it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Well, the defense did their job, and then boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. Out of the gun. It's Dalton. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
So what?
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing, Mayfield. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Get some space. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And it's a fumble, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and an alley to run. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. So Dalton now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on second down. Dalton, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 25 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Bernard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Passing, it's Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield lets it fly deep for Cobb. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Carl Lawson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
What the fuck?
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Handoff comes to Chubb. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. This is Grant. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Dalton wants to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not only going to catch the football, he's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Big spot, Andy Dalton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Leon Hall. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's Mayfield, flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Mayfield down. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And Green with a catch left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. First and 10 for Dalton.
It shouldn't have been this close, though.
And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
J.J. Watt get off the line too damn slow.
Second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now, Bengals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Another chance for Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. Fights through and now a crease. And he's going to go down. His time has now run out on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. Continually good.